Welcome to my podcast, Today's Dream, Tomorrow's Reality. My name is Vickie Poole. I'm a life coach, health coach, and hypnotist at the Enlightened Peach. This podcast is all about embracing our mosaic life. Some of you may ask, what is a mosaic life? And it is recognizing that all the pieces of our life, the good, the bad, the indifferent, have all come together to make us who we are. Change any one thing, and we are different. With that in mind, I invite you to embrace your perceived imperfections and celebrate who you are. This podcast is unedited and raw, just like life. I will be your host, and I will have special guests from time to time. If you ever have any ahas or questions, please leave a comment or a voice message. So now, let's get started. Well, what's on my heart to talk about today is, and this is, men may have this issue as well. I can't speak about men. I can only speak about me as a woman. And women tend to be very, very critical of their appearance. And even the most gorgeous women, or a woman that I think is gorgeous, has her insecurities as well. And the reason that this has come to mind recently is I just went to an event and there was a lot of women there. And I mean, some beautiful, beautiful women. And there was one woman in particular, there was a group of us, we were all standing around talking, and she's, like I said, she was a young girl. Gosh, young to me, but anyway, I don't know how old she was. I guess she might have been in her 30s. I don't know. But anyway, she was beautiful. Had a nice, she was tall, she had the hair, she had everything that I've always thought, oh, that would be great if I had that type of appearance, right? And so it's what a lot of women would love to be. And she is starting to talk about her nose. She was really, really hating her nose and wanting to have surgery to change her nose. And as we in this group, and we're talking to her and everything, we're saying, well, your nose really goes with your face. You look beautiful with that nose. And you change that nose, it could take away this striking look that you have. And we even referred to, for those of you who may not be old enough to remember, but in Dirty Dancing, Jennifer Grey, I think that's her name, who was the lead character, Baby. And she was a sought after actress. And then after this, after Dirty Dancing, she decided to get her nose fixed. And once she got her nose fixed to what she thought looked good, it took away that striking look she had, and she had a hard time getting jobs. And so she was doing what she thought would improve her appearance. But although she had a very aesthetic pleasing nose after the surgery, it just didn't fit her. And it was like she just looked like everybody else. I don't really quite know how to explain it, but and so as I was talking to these women, and let's face it, women are held to a standard that is very unattainable for most of us. And so we get kind of caught up in, oh my gosh, you can see this roll, you can see this fat on my arms, and I will say, for a long time, I would not wear anything that showed my shoulders because I didn't want anybody to see my fat. And then, I've gotten a little bit older, so there's some more jiggle and wiggle, and I can really stand in front of a mirror and just give myself hell if I let myself. And so the thing that I'm really bringing this up, because we spend so much time looking at all the things about us that we think are wrong, that should be better. We would be so much happier if, all those things, when the best thing that we could do for ourselves is to find the things that we love. And this is something that I help my clients with because let's face it, most women have this, whether it's, they don't like their feet. I mean, it could even be something that is simple, something that if you had on a shoe, nobody would even know, but drives them crazy, right? Um, and that's why all of these social media platforms have these amazing, what the hell are they called? All of a sudden, it just went right out of my head. Filters. They have all these amazing filters. So people get on there, they don't even have on makeup, and suddenly they put this filter on, they got the most gorgeous makeup. And I saw someone on there one day that I know, and she had this filter on, and it was like, she didn't really even look like herself. And I'm thinking, what does that say to you? You know, um, it's like when I see some of these before and afters for these makeup effects, and they take someone who, I mean, just with regular makeup or, just some lotion or something would, they could look pretty, but they take it to the extreme and they alter so much with the shadowing and the highlighting and everything to where this person does not even look like the same person. And if you didn't see them going through the process, you would swear up and down they had switched the people. Well, now you go around all day like that and you look beautiful and people are always telling you you're beautiful, and you go home and you take that makeup off. What are you saying? You're saying that this, who I really am, is not good enough. And I think that's a very dangerous precedence for us to have for ourselves. So, like I was saying, I work with a lot of my clients with this same type of thing. And so one of the tasks that I give them right away when this becomes something that we've uncovered as an issue is that they are to look in the mirror, clothed, unclothed, doesn't matter to start with, and find one thing about their body that they like. They don't have to love it, just like. And so I know the first time I did this for myself, it was my eyes. I could look at my eyes and think, well, you got pretty eyes, as long as I didn't go from the neck down, I was fine. And so then I had to start finding things about my body that I liked. And sometimes it's not a physical appearance thing. It's a well, let me just say that one of the times when I was doing this, when I was really having a hard time, I had put on a little bit of weight and, and I wasn't feeling really good about my body, is that my legs were very strong and I could walk, and so that's pretty important and powerful to think because not everybody can say that. So I have strong legs. I my feet are strong and healthy, and I will say that I used to wear high heels all the time because for whatever reason, that was when I felt sexy, was when I wore heels. And what I want to get to is having women that can feel sexy as hell without having to wear the high heels or wearing the provocative clothes or anything, just feeling sexy within themselves. And when you can do that and you can start looking at your physical body meat suit and find things that you like, and then find things that you love, and then actually give gratitude, and for your thighs that um hold you up so well, your feet, your toes, your fingers, all the things about your body that are amazing, amazing when you think about it. It's all the things that we can do, the dexterity with our fingers. And, some people have amazing dexterity with their toes. My sister used to be able to pinch the crap out of me with her toes, and my daughter can do that now. And it's like, no, I've never been able to do that. And probably because I never really wanted to, but still, it's amazing. And you can see people that, let's say, for instance, I saw somebody the other day that was painting pictures and she was using her feet because she was born without arms. Now, when you think about that, when you think about, well, I could be that person that was born without arms. So thank God, I don't care if there's some extra fat on these arms. I got friggin' arms and I can enjoy doing so many things, expressing myself and, and doing all kinds of things. And I'm not negating the fact that they have this gift, but let's look at what we do have. I have a niece who has muscular dystrophy. And so her muscles over time are just all leaving, right? So she can't roll over in the bed by herself. She has to wait till someone can roll her over. Now, just think about it. If you lay down in the bed and you can roll over, friggin' gift, right? And so there are so many things that we can start to appreciate about what we have and who we are, instead of constantly talking to ourselves about what might be wrong. Just think about that. Because every time you talk to yourself, your subconscious is listening very intently. And it doesn't know the difference between what is true and what is fiction. So every time you make those statements about something that you just do not like about your body, it's listening. And it's going to make sure that that stays exactly the way it is. And so, one other thing that I work with my clients with is that if their goal is to get healthier, now I don't like to say lose weight, it could be release weight, but the whole thing is, it's not the goal is not to have the smallest casket in the cemetery. The goal is to be as healthy as you could possibly be for as long as possible, right? So it doesn't matter if you get really skinny. If you're not healthy, then you haven't won anything. So not everybody is supposed to be a size 2. Not everybody's supposed to be a size 10 or 12 or 14, right? But if you can be healthy in the body you have, the size you have, some people have bigger hips. I really think that women are gorgeous when they have the hourglass and the hips are a little bit bigger. I think that's beautiful. And so it's it's changing your perception about what is beautiful. If you'll go back and look at women like Marilyn Monroe, if she was a size today, it would probably be a 14, maybe a 12. I'm not sure. But she actually had a little bit of jiggle. She had a little bit of a belly. She was not these little size ones, zeros, and twos that you see that adorn most of the magazines these days. And I do love the fact that now they have more normal sized women as models. But the thing that drives me crazy is if they're over a size, what is it, a size 6? They start calling them plus size models. In what world is that plus size? I mean, give me a friggin' break. So that's part of my soapbox. But now I even lost my train of thought. What was it I was telling you? This is so funny. But I help my clients in so many ways to start seeing themselves in a different light. And like, oh, I know it was not wanting them to lose weight, wanting them to be healthier. And so it is, as you start appreciating your body for what it does for you and who you are, and the fact that you can do so much in this body, and you start thinking about the healthier things about your body and how things feel. Like if you eat sugar and you feel weird, stop eating sugar for a little bit and just see what happens. So there are so many different little things to do to help your body to be healthier. But the main thing is talking to your subconscious. So I implore you to begin noticing what are the things that you're saying, even if it's a joke. like I said, your subconscious doesn't know that was sarcasm. Your subconscious thinks, well, that's what you want. That's who you think you are. And if this is something that you maybe need help with, definitely reach out. This is one of the things that I love helping my clients with, because it's something that I have struggled for so many years with these same things. And so I know how it feels. I know how it feels to look in the mirror and try to figure out, well, what can I wear to hide this, so I know how you feel, and we can talk. So I will be putting my contact information in the comments, but you can always reach out to me on theenlightenedpeach@gmail.com. And then I will put my social media stuff on there too. But you have an amazing, positive inside voice going forward. And definitely reach out to me if this is something that you need help with. Be blessed, be strong.